There is a theory in the world of Game of Thrones that is as tragic as it is unsettling. A theory that suggests Daenerys Targaryen may not have died alone. That when Jon Snow plunged the dagger into her heart, he may have ended not only the life of the woman he loved, but also the life of his own unborn child. This idea has resurfaced again and again over the years, but it gained new attention after an image began circulating online, an alleged deleted scene from the final season. In this image, Daenerys appears visibly pregnant in the moments just before the destruction of King's Landing. In the version we saw on screen, nothing like this was shown. Her figure looked unchanged. No clear sign, no confirmation. Some believe the image was fabricated, possibly created during production as a decoy meant to confuse leaks. If such a still had escaped early, fans would have assumed a massive spoiler, Daenerys carrying Jon's child. A false trail, perhaps. But what if it wasn't false at all? What if Daenerys truly was pregnant, and the show simply chose not to say it out loud? To understand why this theory refuses to die, we need to look at Daenerys' past. The first time she ever became pregnant was after her marriage to Khal Drogo. For the first time in her life, she believed she had both love and a future. That hope was brutally destroyed by blood magic. The witch who performed the ritual took revenge by saving Drogo's body, but stealing his life and ending Daenerys' pregnancy in the process. You asked for life, you paid for life. Her child was never meant to be born. That loss broke something inside her. From that moment on, Daenerys turned away from motherhood and toward destiny. She poured all her grief into her dragons. They became her children, her purpose, her proof that she was meant for something greater. For years, she believed herself barren, cursed. Then, Jon Snow entered her life. Jon was the first man in a very long time who didn't kneel to her power or fear her fire. There was something familiar between them, something ancient and unexplainable. Later, the truth would come out. They shared the same blood, but by then, it no longer mattered. Targaryens had never allowed blood to stand in the way of desire or legacy. Their bond was real, and it was physical. Which raises the question, what if Daenerys could conceive again, but only with another Targaryen? After the fall of King's Landing, Tyrion convinces Jon that Daenerys must be stopped, that the wheel will never truly break while she lives. Jon confronts her, torn between love and duty, and in the end, he chooses the realm. He kills her. This is where the theory splits into darker, more fascinating paths. One idea suggests that in her final moments, Daenerys may have sent a final command, not with words, but through the deep, magical bond between dragon and rider. Drogon did not burn Jon. He did not attack the city. Instead, he destroyed the Iron Throne and carried Daenerys' body east to Volantis, the city of the Red Priests, the heart of the Lord of Light. We know resurrection is possible in this world. We've seen it happen again and again. Warriors brought back from death, kings reborn, even Jon Snow himself returning from darkness. Magic has always demanded a price, but it has never been limited by morality. If Daenerys' body was taken to the temple, a ritual could have been attempted. But here is the cruel twist. What if Daenerys could not be saved, but her child could? A child born of ice and fire, of the strongest Targaryen bloodline Westeros had seen in centuries. Daenerys was immune to fire. She commanded 3 dragons and received visions of the future. Jon Snow died and returned. He rode a dragon and carried the legacy of both North and South. If any child could fulfill the ancient prophecy, the prince that was promised, it would be theirs. But such a child could just as easily become the greatest threat the world had ever known. Now imagine the alternative outcome. Jon learns the truth too late, that Daenerys was pregnant, that his choice destroyed not only his queen, but his son or daughter. The guilt would be unbearable. Targaryens are not known for surviving grief with grace. Madness often grows from despair. Jon, pushed beyond reason, could begin to unravel, haunted by what he's done, furious at those who led him there. A slow descent, not into fire, but into shadow. And then there is the darkest possibility of all. What if both survived? What if Daenerys herself was resurrected and carried the child to term? A living queen, a living heir, and a father who betrayed them both. That would change everything. A sequel centered not on Westeros rebuilding, but on its reckoning. A new Targaryen prince, raised in the east, returning with Drogon at his side, seeking the truth, seeking justice, forced to face the reality that the man who killed his mother is also his father. The idea of a pregnant Daenerys is unlikely, but it is not impossible. And more importantly, it fits. It explains Drogon's choice. It explains the journey to Volantis, and it gives meaning to an ending that felt unfinished. So now I ask you, do you think Daenerys Targaryen was pregnant with Jon Snow's child? Or is this just another ghost haunting the ashes of King's Landing? Tell me your thoughts below. And if you want more theories that dig beneath the surface of the Game of Thrones universe, subscribe to the channel. You're watching Zaldrizes Aiexio, and some stories are not finished yet.